Hey everybody, welcome to the Apple Ninja. Today we're going to go over some customizations of the Mac. When somebody logs into your Mac, it's kind of nice to give them a policy banner. And what you're seeing on my screen right here, this dialog right here is a policy banner. And most of the time, this is done in the corporate world where you set this up, you give end users a message because you're giving them your legal jibber jabber, right? And that's really what you're doing. But as an end user and a home user, it's really fun to geek out your Mac and do this as well. Give it a little message, give it a little bit of customization, show a little bit of you, right? The other part is the login window text, and that's the text that comes up. You get 3 lines of available text. They can't be that long. It does get kind of, you'll have to play with it because each OS, I think, does treat it a little bit differently too. So just play around with that. I'm going to show you how to get this all set up and customizing your Mac. So before we get going, make sure you get subscribed, hit the like button, the alert icon so you get all the latest content and all that good stuff, right? And make sure you comment and like the video because that generates buzz and gets it going, right? And gets people looking at it. All right, so let's get this going. First off, we're going to create the banner. We need to open Text Edit. And Text Edit, within Text Edit, I can just start building what I want it to be. So let's say I want to take a screenshot of this Catalina mountain range back here. I'm going to take that screenshot. I'm actually going to drag it in there. And then I'm going to put some text. And yeah, we'll leave it Helvetica. We'll do it bigger. Mac OS Catalina 10.15. Make it a little bit smaller. Bold. Cool thing is we can add in emojis. Control Command Shift or Control Command Spacebar will bring up your emojis, and you can just toss one in. And we're gonna make this guy super big. Boom. Get rid of that space. Center it all. Now, so one thing to note, I'm gonna actually shrink this text a little bit more. Good guess. So when I shrink this window down, that is the size. So if I have a bunch of white space around my image right here and I save this, my policy banner will have that extra white space around it. So you need to shrink that window down to like that. See if I can get it to go. Nope, I can't. All right. Get the whole thing in there. Right? Gotta have the whole thing in there. So I'm gonna have it just like that. And then I'm going to save this. It's gonna come up. I need to save it as policy banner, no spaces, capital P on policy and capital B on banner, and save it to my desktop. So now this is an RTFD file. If I control click on it, I can see the inside of the contents of this file. You're gonna see the screenshot that I drug in there, and you're gonna see the text that I put in there. So we need to place this into a certain directory, and that's in library security. So we're gonna do Command Shift G for go, library security, type that in, hit go. As you can see, I have my previous policy banner. This is the Apple Ninja one, right? And I'm gonna update it with this new one that says, I'm on macOS Catalina 10.15 and it's mind-blowing, right? So that's the one I'm going to put on there now. Drag that over, click replace. All right, so policy banner is set. When I log out of this device, my new policy banner is going to be this up on the screen, where it's going to require me to click accept. Next thing we want to work on is the login window text, and that's this area right down here. The complex part about this is to get the line, the 3 separate lines. And I'm going to show you how to do this actually. Let's open up terminal and do command spacebar, type in terminal, hit return, command plus to blow that window up. And I'm actually just going to arrow up because I still have it in there. And all right, hopefully you can see the whole thing. I'm going to walk you through this. And I've got the text up on the bottom here so you can see that. The sudo is required because I'm modifying a file that requires elevated permissions. Defaults write is what we're going to use to write to this file, this login window plist file. We're going to modify this section, the login window text. It is a string that we are modifying it with. And that string, if all of this area within these 2 end quotes was just some regular text, it would just put that information in here, and it would basically, once it got to the max width, it would switch over to a new line. And I wanted each of the individual components to be on their own line. So I had to put it in a command. So basically I'm building out a command for it to run, and I'm telling it, let's echo out ninja quote splash it, doesn't make a splash at all. Let's make that the first line. We're going to end that command with this semicolon right here. Then we're going to send the second command out. We're going to echo property of the Apple Ninja. That's line 2. Then we're going to echo out, please call 8675309. And then we're going to close out the command, the whole variable really. and then this is closing out that original quotes for the string. So if I hit enter here, it's going to require my password. And I updated it. If I want to verify what it has set, I can do a defaults read on this file here, and with the login window text, because I'm doing a defaults read of this file, and I want to grab the contents of the login window text. So I'm going to hit return, and I can confirm ninja quote, true ninja doesn't make a splash at all. Sweet. What if I wanted to add in a little extra? We need a give my area code, hit return, arrow up, do a defaults read. All right, we've got it updated. So now I have updated both my policy banner and my login window text. It's no longer going to look like this. It's going to be a little bit different. I've got my area code added, and I've got the updated face. And hopefully you guys like this video. A couple notes about this. A few things to note. When you're making your policy banner, please remember the size of what you save it as counts. When I reboot this Mac, for some reason, it's like a bug in Catalina. There's extra space down at the bottom of the policy banner, which is kind of annoying, but it doesn't happen if you just log out of the Mac. And then the last thing I wanted to mention is after you click accept on this dialog, it will return after 1 minute of time. So that's it. Hopefully you guys like the video. Make sure to like it, get subscribed, all that good stuff, and y'all have an awesome week. Take care.